Hello everyone, it's the hardcore legend Mick Foley wishing a nice day to everyone there, right there at True Heel Heat. Yeah!
Oye, te habla tío Sabio Vega. This is Sabio Vega and you watching True Heel Hit a mi manera o pa' la calle.
What's up, True Heel Heat? True Heel Heat.
What's up? True Heel Heat. Hello. It is me, your True Heel Phenom, SP3. We are live on the True Heel Heat YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter for our WWE Royal Rumble 2024 preview. We're here to break down this Saturday's premium live event live from Tropicana Field in Tampa, Florida. We're here to discuss one of the most popular shows of the entire wrestling calendar year. And I am here to discuss it with the face and the ace of the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, my co-host over on Rated Raw Review every Tuesday. And he joins me usually for the WWE pay-per-view previews. He is Mr. Romeo Anthony Colon.
What's up? What's up, buddy? What's up, chat? Feeling good, feeling great. The Knicks just smacked the NBA champions all up and down Madison Square Garden. Oh, baby, the Knicks are on fire.
Feeling good about that. Sheesh. You're feeling yourself, huh?
Yeah, I am.
Congratulations, sir. Yes, thank you all for joining us live. We appreciate y'all. If you're joining us live, if you're watching us on demand, show that appreciation back the simplest way possible. Drop the thumbs up on this video. Share this video with all your wrestling fans, friends, and family on all your favorite social media platforms. If you're new to the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, hit the bell to stay notified for all the great content here. But most importantly, sound off in the live chat. We love to interact with all of you guys in the live chat. We'll try to highlight as many of your comments as possible. But of course, if you're feeling generous, you want to give back to what we do here and make sure your comment is highlighted on screen, you can send a super chat donation. That is very important to what we do here at the True Heel Heat YouTube channel, kind of our lifeblood here. You guys showing your support goes a long way to keep the channel going as we push towards 12,000 subscribers, which I'm pretty sure we're going to push that for Royal Rumble weekend here. But we already got in the chat here, King Potato, who says, well, what do we have here? Yes, a Royal Rumble preview for you all. Frantic World saying, what's up, SP3, Romeo in chat. We also got Chilling with Chase in the chat, who says SP3 and Mr. WWE Romeo. Mr. WWE Romeo, what is kind of your feelings going into this Saturday's Royal Rumble event? I feel like this has been one of the most EKG roller coaster weeks in WWE. You went from the highs of Tuesday with the big announcement of The Rock being appointed to the TKO board, as well as WWE Raw going to Netflix, to what we talked about at the beginning of AE Ramble yesterday with the Vince McMahon new allegations, horrific allegations that we're going to talk more about tomorrow on the True Hill Heat flagship podcast. But what's your feelings as far as like your buzz level for the Royal Rumble with all the news that has gone down this week?
Yeah, I mean, you're not kidding. That roller coaster of news throughout the week, especially yesterday. Yesterday was just woof. If you've read some of that lawsuit, some of the actual, how many pages was it? 60, over at least 60.
Silly 60, yeah, 67.
It's hard. Whew, it is hard to get through. It is hard to get through. But wild week. I'm excited for the Rumble itself. They've done a really good job of hyping up both Rumble matches. There's only 2 other matches, but those should be good in ring wise. So it should be a phenomenal show. As long as we don't get any crazy booking decisions that might drive the internet wild, we'll see. But I'm able to just look at the pay-per-view for what it is, the pay-per-view, instead of trying to jumble everything all at once into it,
That's a difficult thing to do for many people, but we can all appreciate that you're able to do that for us here at the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. Yeah, I think my buzz level for the Royal Rumble kind of changed after yesterday. Now I'm kind of at like a 6. I am excited for the Rumble matches, and I think both are going to deliver. And the other 2 matches on the card are kind of predictable. But I think that's what the Royal Rumble has always been for, with the non-Royal Rumble matches. Anyway, a lot of them have always been predictable. So if they deliver in the ring, that's all that would really matter. But it did take away from it. I would say before yesterday, I was at like an 8 going into the Rumble.
Yeah. I can understand if it takes away for some people. That's fine. It's understandable.
Yeah, because all I'm really looking forward to is the post media scrum.
What are you looking forward to? Listen, I respect that question, but unfortunately, I cannot talk about that at this moment.
I respect that question, but respectfully, we did great numbers on Peacock Network, and yeah, it's gonna look.
Now, where's Okada? Bring Okada out here.
Here's Okada, yeah, distract them. Now they're gonna throw CM Punk out there. That's gonna be the first person they throw out there because they know even if they
cookies.
Yeah, even if they ask Punk something, he's gonna have a good answer for it. We got Nikki Boy who says this is a pretty short PLE match wise. Yeah, only 4 matches. Triple H is just getting smaller and smaller with his PLE match count.
It'll be 3 hours long.
Yeah, of course, because the two non-Rumble matches, that's an hour with like commercials and everything, and then you have the 2 Rumble matches are an hour.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. We got Chilling with Chase who says SP3, you got to get more gravelly with the Triple H impression. It's almost there. I couldn't get more. I was at the perfect amount of gravel when I was sick, but right now I'm not as gravelly. I appreciate that. But
Still pretty early in the day too.
Exactly. Let's get into the Royal Rumble this Saturday. Tomorrow night, we'll be doing a watch along for you all here on the True Hill Heat YouTube channel. And I decided we're going to do it in the order that I think the matches will go on this show. So we will start with the women's Royal Rumble matchup. 30 women included, but 4 have only been announced: Becky Lynch, Nia Jax, Bianca Belair, and Bayley. Becky is a former winner in 2019. Bianca Belair won in 2021. Bayley is kind of the underdog, kind of favorite among the fans that really want to see her get this big achievement, while Nia has been the dominant force and kind of portrayed as the favorite going into the Royal Rumble matchup. Of course, all the other women from the main roster, they will have some NXT participants as well. Who do you think is going to be? Give us 2 big surprises for this matchup and give us your winner.
The 2 big I think there's gonna be a lot of surprises in this match, honestly. But I'll give you 2 just to start. I gotta think Jade Cargill. This is where she makes her big debut. For sure, being impressive in the Rumble, being a dominant force. I think she probably the one to get rid of Nia Jax out of there. And I think the return of It's Time to Feel the Glow again. I think Naomi makes her grand return here, probably late in the Rumble. And I think we'll get some NXT call ups, obviously. Two that I would put in there for sure would be the lovely, wonderful Tiffany Stratton. I don't think she's been in a Rumble yet. You correct me if I'm wrong.
No,
And
she
I
hasn't.
and I'd throw Lash Legend in there because Lash Legend is, freakishly athletic and impressive, and you can probably get her to shine in here, mixing it up with some of the ladies here. I'd throw those two, and maybe even the NXT Women's Champ, Lyra Valkyria. There's already some built-in story with her and Becky Lynch, who's going to be in here, so that'd be cool too. Who's going to win? It's obviously either between Bayley or Becky, two of the four horsewomen. I would go the Bayley route for a couple of reasons. One, Becky's won it before. Let Bayley win one. Jeez, be good for her career, her resume. And the other is you can continue with the storyline of Becky trying to get at Rhea. You could do that with the Elimination Chamber, and you could do Becky Lynch there, and she wins there in Australia and becomes a number one contender that way. And, Becky getting a little bit more desperate to get that spot at Mania. So I do it that way.
That is some good points there. Yeah, I've always been of the belief that Becky Lynch did not need to win another Royal Rumble. So I'm gonna agree with you there as far as Bayley getting the win. She's been my favorite to win the Royal Rumble for the last couple of months. I would say dating back to like Crown Jewel when they really kind of kicked this whole damage control story up a notch, and it really felt like they were building something for the big show for WrestleMania. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Bayley, and I feel like they can get a couple of weeks of good television out of that with her seeming like she's gonna choose Rhea Ripley, and then because damage control that she understands the games they've been playing with her, she finally decides she's choosing Io Sky at WrestleMania and beats her for the title.
And you could do that story slowly. You could churn it out week by week on SmackDown and Raw. You could have her on Raw too.
So you got some good shouts there with your surprises as far as Jade Cargill. I think that people are seemingly even asking for too much from Jade Cargill in the Royal Rumble. Good shout outs to In the Weeds, the best morning show out there in wrestling YouTube. I heard Joel Pearl say he wanted Jade Cargill to come out first and have the Iron Man performance. I was like,
No.
are we listening to Triple H? Are we listening to Triple H? Like Triple H said her progression is going a little bit slower than he thought. And I don't think that it can change that much in 2 months, especially when she's only showing up once a week. So
think she comes out in the 20s.
Yeah. I think she comes out in the 20s. She has a dominant performance, maybe in the final 6, hopefully final 4.
Mm-hmm.
That would be a great performance. As far as
you gotta have her in the final 4.
As far as my surprises, I'm gonna go with Sonya Deville, who's been out for a while with an injury. If she can come back, she's someone that I feel that they have never really kind of got like the real potential out of her because she's really good on the mic, really good character work, and she's decent in the ring. And I'll take a NXT shout. And you kind of stole my thunder because I thought you were gonna say Roxanne by saying Lash because I've been on the Lash Legend train really heavy ever since Deadline. But I will go with someone else, and damn, it's like slim pickings.
I don't blame you if you want to put Roxanne again too.
No,
She's already done it though.
I'm gonna go with a rookie. I'm gonna go with Kalani Jordan. No. I got the perfect person who's gonna beat Chelsea Green's record for the shortest elimination in Rumble history, Ariana Grace. She cuts a promo on her way to the ring, and then gets to the ring, and then she does what her dad did when he set the elimination.
That's about to say. She's her father's daughter, man. She is him. She's got it in her. So that's a great shot. That'd be perfect. I'd script that up.
Yeah, it just came to me. It hit me after I said the other name. I was like, "Oh, Ariana Grace." No, that's my favorite outside of Lash Legend. My favorite woman on the NXT roster right now is Ariana Grace. Great gimmick.
I got another return for you for the Rumble. Liv Morgan. She's good to go.
Oh yes. Yeah, I definitely could see Liv making a comeback. I'm just denying that because there's some fans who think that if she comes back, she's gonna win.
Now, she should win and she's gonna win are two different things. And neither one should be true right now.
We got a super chat donation from the good brother Will Chisholm. Thank you so much, Will. Always supporting us, our biggest supporter here on the
You
True
man,
Hill
well.
YouTube channel. He says, I'm so sick of fans now Spotify upload Sasha Banks WWE theme. Fans stop. I mean, I said it this morning. You know, Dave Meltzer in the Wrestling Observer newsletter reported that in regards to Kashiko Okada and Mercedes Moné, there's those in the AEW who believe they're going to be debuting soon. And he said that with Moné, they're going to make it, they're going to play it up as a big deal, and it should be announced pretty soon. So I think that that is a whole nice report, but there's been too many reports on Mercedes Moné that fans are at the point that I think they're going to hold their breath until number 30 comes out in the Women's Royal Rumble.
I am tired of this. I am so tired of this. After the Rumble's over, can you just debut her already? Jesus, we got to keep waiting over weeks and weeks of speculation. I'm tired of this. Just go.
No, you said this. I think you said the same thing with like Punk and other people. Come on. This is how you build anticipation.
Anticipation. This is frustration. I don't know if
No, it's not. It's a frustration from you, Charlotte Flair's biggest fan. We got
Woo!
Big Man Dogs. He says, I thought Sasha was going to WWE. That was back in like November, December. When they
Having
said,
discussions, negotiations.
yeah, they had negotiations and then they fell through. We
They didn't
talked
show
about
her
that
the money.
man. Come on, I see you all here all the time, Big Man Dogs.
Show
Act
her
like
the
you are.
money. Hey, who do you think is number 30 for the women? I'm gonna say
Trinity. Naomi.
who?
I'm amazing.
I was gonna say her too.
I'm amazing.
I was gonna say her too. I want Jade because Jade deserves some time to like showcase, a little bit more. And Naomi's just a nice surprise. So
Bring
you
it to
can't
the
throw
floor.
Jade out there and then she gets eliminated quickly. That you can't do that. You cannot do that at all. But you could do it with Naomi, I guess.
Yeah, like Jade should come out like number 23, 24.
That's a good spot.
To
Yep.
look
While Naya's
dominant for a
dominating.
loud. Yeah, like, have the standoff with Naya, have a standoff with Bianca. Maybe she can make like the final 6. I think the final 4 should be if that's the layout. I think the final 4 should be Trinity. Sorry, Naomi.
It takes a
Naomi.
while getting used to
Yeah, Naomi, Nia
reverse.
Jax, Bailey, and Becky.
Can you see Becky and Bailey being out there early and just lasting all the way?
I can see Becky coming in at number 1. I can see Bailey coming in at like number 2 or 3, like an early number, and having the workhorse because she's the type that would want to do that.
Okay.
We got Big Man Dogs. He says, I thought people were doubting it since Tony is taking his damn time to debut it. Yeah, those people are idiots, Big Man Dogs, to be fair. The only people who are denying it are people that are splicing together podcasts from Sean Ross Sapp when fans ask him, when do you think Mercedes Moné will debut? Because he has not changed his story since January 1st. January 1st, he made he reported the story Mercedes Moné is expected to debut at AEW, and only idiots have been doubting him.
Not much I could add to that.
We got Nikki Boy who says, I really don't think she's gonna be in the match, but if I hear let's light it up, my heart would fall out of my ass. That's how shocked I would be.
Yeah, you see a lot of people in the chat. Queen Monet. I know it's a long shot, but I hope AJ, Eric Clark. We need AJ. Man, everybody wants to see AJ so bad.
That would be a big one. That would be a huge surprise for the Rumble match.
Well, it's more possible now than ever.
Yeah. We got Chilling with Chase who says, what about Raquel? The betting websites have her high for Iron Woman and most eliminations. I can see most eliminations, but she hasn't been on TV in weeks.
Well, she stepped away for a reason. Something was going on. I forgot what it was. I don't know if that's cleared up yet. Something was going on with her physically. I forgot what it was.
Well, we shall see, but keep coming with those predictions. Let us know who you think. Who's going to have the most eliminations in the Women's Royal Rumble? Who will be the Iron Woman? I'll go with Bailey for Iron Woman, and for most eliminations, I'll say either Nia or Jade.
I will go with Becky for Iron Woman. Most eliminations, Nia. But I think they've done a pretty decent job of this Women's Rumble build up. It's not as good as the men's. The men's is just one of like probably an all timer for me. It's really good. So, but it's still pretty good. I'm looking forward to both Rumbles, and I think they did a good job with the women. And I think you're right. It will start the show.
Nikki Boy saying Raquel is dealing with some type of skin
There you
condition,
go.
like eczema but worse. Oh damn. Hopefully, she gets her health right. She can come back safe, and maybe she will be back for this Saturday at the Royal Rumble. But
Be a nice spot for her.
let's talk about one of the non-Royal Rumble matches. United States Championship up for grabs. It's Kevin Owens going one-on-one with Logan Paul. Kevin Owens won the United States Championship #1 contenders tournament last, defeating in the finals, I believe it was Carmelo Hayes. No. It was Santos Escobar. He beat Carmelo Hayes and Austin Theory in the tournament. Him and Logan Paul have been feuding over Owens's injured hand that was injured at the hands of Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. He punched out Logan Paul after becoming #1 contender. Logan Paul threatened a lawsuit and to end this title match right from the start, but he convinced Owens to not wear the cast for this matchup and then bash the hand, re-injuring it on last Friday's SmackDown. Who do you think walks out with the victory, the United States champion?
And then they had something this week, right? Where
they brought
were they?
the PC as Logan Paul was training, getting ready for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's the obligatory Kevin Owens go out there and have your outstanding singles match at the Royal Rumble time of year. And this will be no different. This will be another one for the Kevin Owens resume. He should get a lot out of Logan Paul. Logan Paul's already athletic. All you haters out there need to stop it and give him his flowers and realize how damn good he's been in the ring for someone who's still a novice at this shit.
Yeah.
He's going to deliver again. But Logan Paul wins. He's going to WrestleMania as U.S. champ, where he will drop it there, I think, to one L.A. Knight. Yeah.
L.A. Knight. Yeah.
But Kevin Owens, this should be a fun match, though. Fun singles match to bridge the gap between both Rumbles and the championship, the WWE Universal Championship match.
I've been calling LA Knight versus Logan Paul for months, so I have to go with Logan Paul retaining here. We do have a super chat donation from the good brother Will Chisholm. Thank you so much, Will. He says the only way I want to see Mercedes go to WWE is I just want to see the drama. P.S. Remember when fans was booking Punk and AJ versus Britt and Adam? Yes. What a day. What a time it was. 2021, all those years ago. I mean, like we said, we kind of stated when we talked about the original report on the flagship podcast, how WWE doesn't need Mercedes, and Mercedes doesn't need to go to WWE right now. We all believe eventually, she'll probably go back. They all go back. So she'll eventually go back, but right now is not the right time for that.
I agree. Listen, there's always money in a reunion. That could be later down the line for her. She has this desire to be satisfied creatively. She's not going to get that out of WWE right now. She's going to get that out of AEW because AEW is going to make her the freaking center of attention, which they badly need over there. So it's a good spot for Mercedes Moné. And, Punk and AJ, hey, we could do Seth and Becky. Hey, we could run that here. Why not?
Exactly. Why not? Let's talk about the other non-Royal Rumble matchup, the other title match on this card. Roman Reigns defending the undisputed WWE Universal Championship for the first time in a fatal four-way matchup. He will defend against former world champion AJ Styles, former 14-time world champion Randy Orton, and the megastar LA Knight. Yeah. All three men have their own individual reasons for coming after Roman Reigns. It was the bloodline that jumped AJ Styles, taking him out for months, and he has returned with the mission to dethrone Roman Reigns. LA Knight had his opportunity at Crown Jewel with Jimmy Uso costing him the victory. And of course, it was Randy Orton who was jumped by the bloodline following losing the Raw Tag Team Championships with RK Bro with Matt Riddle back in 2022. And he has returned return with one mission to go through the bloodline and get revenge. And the biggest revenge is beating Roman Reigns for the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. First time Roman defending the title in a fatal four-way. What do you do? What have you thought about the build-up to this matchup, and who do you think wins?
The build-up is fine for me. I agree with the premise that I don't want to have Randy Orton return and then lose to Roman Reigns right away in a one-on-one match. I like the idea of a fatal four-way. I also like the idea of a fatal four-way because even though I'm not falling for it, it's gotten some people to ponder to themselves, well, they could just have Roman drop the title without getting pinned.
You
listen.
silly fucks.
Silly. Yes, it is silly. 100% silly because that is not the damn way you end this title run at all. It's infuriating to think. That would possibly happen. But it's planted a seed of doubt in some people's heads, whereas you weren't going to plant a seed of doubt probably any other way. So I that's okay in that sense of the thing. I like the new AJ Styles, the new attitude. LA Knight here, Randy Orton. Listen, I think who do you think should take the pin? I think
it needs to be LA Knight.
Already taking a pin anyways.
Yeah, it needs to be LA Knight so he can be done going after the bloodline. Like, you lost twice, homie. You can't complain about getting screwed over anymore.
But I think considering the workers in this match, I think this is going to deliver. It's going to be one of those fatal four-way bangers. A Royal Rumble classic, probably.
I hope so. If it's laid out properly, I think that it can and it will be. We do have a super chat donation from our good brother, sir, from around the point, chilling with Chase. He says, everyone in the chat, throw the ones up. Our tribal chief has to unfairly defeat three other men because of that bum Nick Aldis. Doesn't matter. Greatness is among us on Saturday. And I agree with Chase. I think that Roman Reigns retains. I think that LA Knight takes the pin. And I think that the ultimate reign, the greatest championship reign of our era, continues on the road to WrestleMania, where he will beat The Rock.
Oh boy.
I love chaos. I'm sorry. I was the source of Justin Barrasso. Let it be known. I'm Justin Barrasso's sources. This is what I want. So I told him that, and he believed me. I'm sorry, Justin.
I did put a poll in the chat. Who wins the Women's Rumble? 68% said Bayley, 15% said Becky, 15% said Jade, 0% said other. Vote in the poll now for the men's winner.
Yes, sir. We got another super chat donation from Christopher Kidd, who says first three-way should have been the bloodline implosion. I mean, there's a point to make there. I still believe that you could have got to the same conclusion if they had done Jimmy versus Jay versus Roman at SummerSlam last year. And I think that would have made more sense for Jimmy to cost Jay the matchup in a similar fashion to how Drew and Sheamus cost each other their matchup against Gunther at WrestleMania.
Yep. Agreed.
That would have made much more sense, and I think both characters would be better off, and the whole story would be better off for it, because the story, I feel like, still hasn't recovered from SummerSlam.
Bottom of the sixth inning? I don't know.
We're only in the fifth inning, folks. Only the fifth. Get comfortable. I'm going to be here for a while. We got Chilling with Jay says Roman will never lose that way. And they said, we got Nikki Boy. He says, who is their weed man? Dummy. Yeah. We got Will Jism with another super chat donation. You guys are killing it so far. Thank you so much. We appreciate it. He says, I think it's a four-way to help Randy's back. I mean, Randy hasn't looked like top-notch Randy. Like, of course, look-wise, muscle-wise, he looks fantastic. But as far as in the ring, we haven't seen like a really good Randy Orton match yet since his return.
Hey, man. Just trying to get that WrestleMania payday. You're not trying to miss that. Trying to make sure he's good till then.
I understand. We got Christopher Kidd who says now SP3, you cooking with that booking. That's when they jumped the shark. Yeah, yo, it has not recovered. But
Oh.
that's what makes all of WWE's success in the latter part of 2023 that much more amazing, meaning that y'all Cody fans got nothing to stand up on. Y'all got they fucking blew it on their best storyline in 2 decades. They're the hot star, the champion that is the riding the ship that they're building the company around. That's the face of the company. Was gone for the better part of 4 months. Record buy rates, record live attendance, year over year ratings is up. Like they saw no consequences. They saw benefits from that. So you Cody fans got nothing to stand on. Oh no, oh no, I'm sick of this. It's not good. It's not good for the product. No, it is good for the product. Sorry. Stop watching. Stop paying them. Maybe you get what you want.
Hey, I'm a Cody fan, but I'm fine with the story they're telling. I'm not as angry and upset as everyone else is. I'm fine with the long game and telling a longer story. I'm fine with that.
Thank you. See, we need you as an example because you realize no one but fans put a deadline on finishing the story at WrestleMania 40. That was only the fans. WWE never told us, oh, yeah, Cody lost here. But don't worry, guys, come back 1 year later. He's going to finish. They never said that.
There's some consequences to smashing that throne you did, Cody. Just so you added a little bit of time on that. The clock.
Hey, you smashed the clocks, man. You were like the kid in freaking Hook. You were like Peter Pan's son. Chilling with Jason. Yep. Roman Reigns says, when Roman Reigns shows up, WWE is winning. We got Christopher Kidd. He says, I stopped watching the weekly product, but I watched the PLEs. I used to be like that before I started covering it. That's how I was. I would only watch the PLEs. I wouldn't watch the weekly product because it was awful. But it's gotten better.
Yes. 100%. Agreed.
Big Man Dog says Cody would have looked bad if he won the title and the bloodline kept being the most over people in the company. Thank you. Like that's what people don't want to really acknowledge. They're like, oh man, the bloodline, the whole thing with the whole it would have been more interesting if it wasn't for the championship and if it was just for the head of the table. And I was one person. I will say, I said that Cody and Brock though would have been made better. That feud would have been more memorable if it was for the title. But at the end of the day, that still wouldn't have made that more over than the bloodline storyline. So,
and Cody would have had to be on SmackDown every week, getting overshadowed by that. So,
yeah. Chilling with Chase saying, people reading the wrong story. Roman Reigns is the story of the WWE. Yes, and it's also the whole thing. Like Cody and WWE are at fault for this, but I don't know if you agree, Romeo. But Cody's whole character, his whole persona, is finishing the story now.
100%.
Like,
that's his career arc now.
So why would you want to? Why would WWE say, "Oh, we're finished with this character this year"?
Now it could be even longer. I mean, this is going to be like this is his character arc, his story arc. This is a major telling of his entire career. It's right now what he's doing right now. I have to finish the story. It's become a tagline. They're doing a hell of a job with it. It's got people talking.
They're building a whole
Keep it going.
A whole video game behind.
It's got a video game, yeah. Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold Steve Austin, AI Steve Austin, talking about finishing stories as well.
Like, dude, like what?
And the Undertaker.
Oh man, but yes, keep coming with those comments in the live chat. Those super chats are awesome. Thank you so much for them, guys. But let's talk about what I believe is going to be the main event for this Saturday, the men's Royal Rumble matchup. And like you have said multiple times throughout this preview, Romeo, one of the best built men's Royal Rumble matches in recent memory. You have already announced for the 30-man over the top rope battle royal, Senior Money in the Bank Damian Priest, Kofi Kingston, Intercontinental Champion Gunther, for 2018 winner Shinsuke Nakamura, Bobby Lashley, 2020 winner Drew McIntyre, the returning CM Punk, and last year's winner Cody Rhodes. Cody attempting to become the first man since Stone Cold Steve Austin in 1998 to win back-to-back Royal Rumble matches to move on to WrestleMania to attempt to finish the story. CM Punk has his own story to finish as he came back to finish what he started, and he wants to win the Royal Rumble matchup to headline WrestleMania, the one thing he wasn't able to accomplish during his first run in WWE. Drew McIntyre has had an obsession with winning the world championship in front of the live fans, and he is obsessed with winning the Royal Rumble and winning at WrestleMania for himself instead of for the fans like he did last time. Gunther now wants to prove himself to be the world heavyweight champion along with the longest reigning intercontinental champion. Damian Priest wants insurance on the Money in the Bank. A lot of guys have stories and arcs that will be followed. I love the fact that there's multiple guys with their own individual stories or individual feuds that are going on both Raw and SmackDown that are going to be developed in this men's Royal Rumble matchup. I'm very much looking forward to this. Probably the most I'm looking forward to a men's Royal Rumble match since I went there in 2018. That was the last time I was probably this excited for a Royal Rumble, and this is without even going to the event. What do you think, Romeo? What do you think about what have you thought about the build? Who do you think is going to win? And give us two surprises.
What an awesome build, man. I'm so looking forward to this. Like, in my eyes, there's only two guys that I think are going to win, Cody or CM Punk. But they've made other people look credible enough that you could buy into them looking strong here, like Gunther and Drew McIntyre and the likes. So, and they got all these storylines, these weaving connections, like Drew and Punk, Drew and Cody, do that. We haven't even talked about like the other guys that are not announced for the Rumble that could be in the Rumble. Guys like, Solo Sikoa, all that, Jimmy Uso, Jey Uso. So yeah, this is gonna be fun, man. Because like it feels like if you could lay this out and book this to where like you got something interesting always going on from 1 to 30, always, and you could weave in your surprises. You could weave in the NXT guys, all that too. This could be a really, really memorable top Rumble, especially if it had some drama at the end. So I'm really looking forward to this. I gotta go with CM Punk to finally win the Royal Rumble and go on to WrestleMania to main event, hopefully. There's been a lot of rumors out there that have been thrown out this week about what'll happen at the end of this Rumble and what'll happen at Mania as far as finishing the story. Some of it got shot down away, big time. But it was a great job by Hunter. If this is all Hunter like leaking out misinformation to confuse the smart mark
and to gauge reaction. That's what I think it really was. It was to gauge reactions. And I wanted to note this one to give her time to answer me. But we have Queen Monet, one of our members, shouts out to her, who says, well, there's always more stories to tell, so they need to wrap this one up at Mania 40. That's not a good reason. That's not a good reason to wrap up the Roman Reigns title reign. You have to tell me what's the great story with Cody Rhodes as champion that's going to be on the same level as Roman Reigns as champion. I'm sorry, Roman Reigns versus CM Punk is bigger than anything with Cody Rhodes as champion. Roman Reigns as champion versus The Rock is bigger than anything with Cody Rhodes as champion. Roman Reigns versus Randy Orton, they're building that up to be as big as anything Cody Rhodes will do as champion. So you got to tell me the story because I don't see it. I just don't. And I don't think WWE does. So fans need to stop saying, well, there's more stories to tell. then you tell us. I think that's what WWE's saying. WWE, you tell us what story we need to tell with Cody as champion, because they don't see it right now, and I don't. Do you, Romeo?
I would not be upset if like Cody won this Rumble, like because one, he'd be in rarefied air, like multiple time winners, especially back to back. That they've already made that sound like a big deal. So I would not be upset. But I think that the story here is to have Cody lose, have Punk win, and then people keep needling Cody even more. Like, oh, you gonna finish that story, pal? You sure? You don't have a title match at WrestleMania, and it just and Cody, he's so awesome. He's so perfect as a person. He's like it's like the American hero right now, and this adds flaw to his character. This is like, wow, you're this big deal, but you can't finish this one thing that you've been talking about. You can't do that. You can't even get there. And then he has to find some kind of way into this, whatever, probably Elimination Chamber #1 contenders match that they're going to have to see who faces Roman at Mania. Probably. That's the way I would book it. And then he's got to, does Nick Aldis owe him a favor still? I don't think so, right? Does he?
I don't.
He'd have to find a way to sneak into that match. He's a Raw guy. So it'd be very interesting how you could do that with storyline wise. But as far as surprises go here, I'd call up some NXT guys. I want to see Braun. I want to see Mello. I want to see Trick for sure. We're probably gonna get Corbin, but that shouldn't count. I think Sheamus returns for sure. And we talked about it on Rated Raw Review, man. If Big E ever comes out, man, that would get such a pop. Everybody would be so happy for him. He's got a story right away too.
That would be an earth-shattering pop for sure. We do have a super chat donation from our good brother Christopher Kidd. Thank you so much, Christopher, who says consequences. Triple H holds grudges too, not forever though. Yeah. I think it's not forever with if he is holding a grudge against Cody. He didn't hold a grudge against CM Punk. That's why he's back here. So I think Triple H is good with grudges.
Listen, you want to talk about grudges? What about with The Rock? And now they're partners.
Partners. Give me, put it here, partner. Nikki Boy, who says, so when do you guys think the story gets finished? Next year's WrestleMania 41, in front of the most watched WrestleMania of all time outside of the US on Netflix. Roman Reigns, the greatest champion of all time, finally dethroned at WrestleMania 41.
I'm getting more and more like, I don't know what the hell's going on right now, but I'm thinking, I still think it's going to be this year like an idiot. And I'm going to take The Rock's word on what he said with Stephen A. Smith on First Take, that he wants to tell a long story. And that'll be, Rock and Roman will be next year at Mania.
He's a long gamer, guys. Long gamer.
Right. And listen, when Cody wins, like, I don't think he's going to have some long title reign that even goes to next year's Mania, to be honest with you.
I think he loses by SummerSlam.
Yeah.
We're doing all of this for just one moment. And that's again, folks, this is like I said this when Cody was a thought. When he first came back to this company and people were suggesting he'd be the guy to beat Roman Reigns. And I'm just like, okay, like I don't think he's the next guy though. He's not the next guy. He's the guy in between the guy. He's Shawn Michaels. He's Bret Hart. He's not John Cena. He's not Roman Reigns. He's not Hulk Hogan. To me, he's the guy between the guy.
But he's more than capable of being the guy.
Yeah, it is. But when was the last time the WWE had the now guy get beat by the next guy?
Right. The guy.
That's why my whole argument was Braun Breaker should be the one that had Roman Reigns title reign, because he feels more like the next guy.
And the guy doesn't need to hold the title for a long time, because there's always money in the chase. You know, this is the chase right now, and there'll be money in the next chase. You know what I mean? I read a comment on Twitter. I was like, man, if only there was a way to make that happen. That like have Cody win the title at MSG, which is where Dusty Rhodes fake won it. And that's how you finish the story in the same exact venue. But I was like, man, the way to get there, you'd have to have probably like Cody win Money in the Bank, and then call a shot there at MSG show. But then they don't do MSG for pay-per-view, so you'd have to
They
like
should though.
it'd either
Do
have to be on
SummerSlam at
Raw.
MSG,
Yeah.
man. Imagine SummerSlam at MSG again. That'd be
Yeah.
special.
Or if it's like a weekend show, like put that shit on the fucking Peacock and
like
have
some of
people
my
pay for it.
favorite Royal Rumble moments are from the MSG Rumbles, like
Right.
Rumble
Oh,
2000
yeah.
with Cactus Jack and Triple H, and Rumble 2008 with John Cena's return.
Yeah.
We got Big Man Dog says probably the best Rumble since 2007, 2008. Big Man Dogs, if you haven't been watching, you should watch
Yeah.
some of the recent Royal Rumbles,
Yeah.
like Rumble 2020 and Rumble 2018 that me and Romeo were at live are two of the best all time. I would put them,
sure.
they're in my top 5, like right behind the two Rumbles that immediately probably after them, they were like etched in stone as the top 2. 2001 is number 1 for me, and 1992 because of the history and the reverence for that. But right after that, it's 2018 because I was there live, and that was one of the best layouts as far as like comedy spots. You had your Iron Mans, the final 6 with the old versus new, and then the faces of the company versus the internet darlings, final 4.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yo, that shit
The old
was
guard and the
laid
new guard.
out to a T, to perfection, and the Philly crowd was amazing for it. And then 2020 was just, I think 2020, the reason why it's up there and everybody has to put it up there is there's not a Rumble like it. The Brock Lesnar running through everybody and setting the record for most eliminations, and just him dancing the MVP thing, and then Keith Lee, big boy.
He was having fun out there. And then Drew McIntyre and Kofi double teaming him, and Drew with the Claymore. It's like that pop. It's like, man, it's like 2020 is awesome. So yeah,
and
we
then
don't have to
go
that far in the back.
The Edge return.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We got Will Chisholm with a super chat donation. Thank you so much, Will. You've been awesome during this stream. He says, I got to use WWE brain. They've been pushing for Cody and Becky winning the Rumble 2 times. I think it might be Cody. No, you got to think with your WWE brain. When they push something too hard, that means it's not happening. They're pushing it hard to throw you off. See, you're not thinking with WWE brain. You're thinking with logic.
That was the old WWE brain. That was the other one. It's not Triple H brain.
Triple H brain. We got Nikki Boy. He says, does it make you guys laugh that people actually think that MJF is debuting in the Rumble? Because it makes me laugh real hard.
Number 30.
Number 30 in the men's Rumble. They're like, who is this?
CM Punk's face, Cody Rhodes' face, like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, they look at each other.
Nobody told them.
It's just them left in the ring, and they just look up.
They both got history with that dude. Oh, man. That would be hilarious if you picture it.
Oh, my God. That would be amazing.
And then Cody and Punk team up to eliminate him.
Toss him out. Yes, MJF has high odds of winning. Laugh my fucking ass off. That's amazing. I love it. But yeah,
you got a better chance of Okada than MJF.
As far as I'm gonna go with CM Punk for the win this year in the men's Rumble, and as far as surprises, I think Ty Dillinger comes in at number 10. I think that Andrade El Idolo will return to Andrade Cien Almas. Andrade Cien Almas will be back in WWE in the Rumble, and I will go with
surprises, man.
X-Pac Sean Waltman as well.
Between your surprises and my surprises, dang, that's a good Rumble.
It's a dope ass Rumble. That's why they ain't announcing anything.
Here's a guy that we haven't heard from in a while. That'll probably come back. Sami Zayn. Gotta come back, right?
Yes, because he got to kickstart his WrestleMania build with Drew McIntyre. I'm telling y'all.
Yeah.
It's Drew and Sammy at WrestleMania.
Did you name any NXT guys?
No, but if it is going to be an NXT guy, I would say Braun Breaker and Trick Williams.
I'd like to see
Melo. And Carmelo. Carmelo has been basically going back and forth.
He's like SmackDown anyway.
Yeah, I don't even consider him an NXT call-up, really.
True. So. True that.
Most eliminations, I will go with Cody? Yeah, I'll go with Cody because I think Gunta was not only the longest in it, he was the most eliminations last year. So I'll go with
I
Cody this year for most eliminations, and I will go Iron Man, Cody as well. You know what? I'll give Gunta most eliminations again, and then Cody Iron Man.
see. I kind of think Gunter gets in there a little bit later in the 20s. I'll go with Cody most eliminations and Iron Man. I think he's there early. Might even be 1 or 2, and I think he's there all the way to the end. So I'll go with that. Will R-Truth eliminate a member of the Judgment Day?
Unless you count JD McDonough as a member of the Judgment Day, then
yes.
no. Then no. Unless you count JD McDonough as a member of the Judgment Day, which I do not. Sorry, guys. But yes.
Does Jimmy Uso eliminate Jey Uso?
Yes. Yes. I think Solo will be in the Rumble.
That's going to be fun.
John Cena appearance, or maybe that's when they kickstart Solo versus Brock. If Brock is still going to be on the
I
show.
think Brock is written right the hell out.
Sorry, Brocky. We'll come back to this at the chamber.
I'm sure he was going to return too.
Yeah. I'm sure he was as well. We do have Will Chisholm with another super chat donation. Thank you so much, Will. He says, if we say an MJF, might as well say Ricky Starks. He's more believable. No, not Ricky, because he has a match scheduled on February and he's still under contract.
His time will come. They're both coming home. They'll both be.
Ricky will probably be in WWE by 2025. You'll see him on Netflix on Mondays.
I agree with that take. 100%.
There you go.
Now, I've seen some people speculating The Rock coming in to win the Rumble. What are the chances you put on that?
If it's 0 to 100, I'm gonna say the percentage is 25%.
You're seeing there's a big old chance.
That's a quarter of a chance that The Rock says, I'm just gonna put my dick on the table and I'm gonna win. We're gonna set up the WrestleMania main event, the most watched WrestleMania of all time in Philadelphia tonight.
We're laughing at MJF coming in at number 30, but if The Rock comes in at 30, you're going to see the same expressions on Cody and Punk's faces that we were talking about earlier.
Seeing Punk is going to be like, not again, not at the Rumble again.
That'd be insane. Let me see what the people said in the chat, who they picked.
Yes.
It is 45% CM Punk, 25% Gunta, 20% Cody, 10% other, which I gotta assume is The Rock, maybe.
Yeah, I think that Gunta erased his stock between the segment that he had on Monday. People remembering his great performance from last year, and I think it's not like Cody fatigue because he's still ultra popular, but it's just like guys winning back to back. Like Austin won it as a heel on the rise. He was a heel on the rise when he won it in 97, and then he was the unquestionable most popular babyface in the company in 1998. You haven't seen that change in Cody from one Rumble win to the other. So that's the big difference. Michaels in 95 and 96. 95, he wins it as the upstart rising to the main event heel. And then in 96, he's the ultra babyface who's coming back from a concussion. That's a big difference between one Royal Rumble win to the next Royal Rumble win. And despite not having his story finished, not much has changed from Cody Rhodes in the past year.
I think it can change with a loss here. Yes. Where you start seeing Cody get desperate. You start seeing a different side of his personality. Starting to lose it a bit. Starting to doubt himself, self-doubt and all that. Who do you think is number 30?
Number 30, I am going to go with. Let's go with Andrade, CN Almas. Give him a big spot for his return.
I think it's CM Punk.
I think Punk is 20, 28, 29. No, it's 30. They don't need to give 30 the win again because they did that last year.
No, there's a specific reason. There's a reason. There's a reason I have him at 30. It's because You and I both know how delicate this man is.
Yes, that's why I said 28, 29. He can come in. He can come in. He looks good. Then 2 minutes later, someone else will come out. They will punch him. He'll lay down until it's the final four, and then he can get up for the final four. That's it. That's all I'm asking for him. And then number 30 does not need to win this year because now, after last year's win, number 30 now owns the record that 27 held for like 20 years. So now we gotta space it out. And if you do want to get one of the late numbers into play, that's why I said 28. We haven't had a 28 winner in quite some time, I believe.
About 29. Nobody ever wins from 29.
No, Edge won in 2010.
Okay. There you go. Yeah. What about number 4? My favorite number. Come on.
I don't think anyone's ever won it from 4.
That's a jabroni number. Hey, stick a jabroni out there. It's the 4th guy.
There you go. We got Nikki Boy who says Punk at 27. We got
27's one enough.
Exactly. Judge Delaney says Cody in at number 1. Let him run the field. Yeah, he'll be the Iron Man and then get eliminated last. Yeah. I'm totally good on Cody winning this Rumble. 15, number 15. We got I don't think no one's ever won from number 15. So there we go. We got some numbers out there. I could see Gunther at number 30 as well. They were like Nikki Boy said. Mm-hmm. I could see that. Romeo, I think we have met the end. We went much longer than you thought we would because there is so much to break down with each of
4 matches. This took an hour. What are we doing?
Well, we had fun. and we got plenty of super chats. That also.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
But Romeo, please let the people know where they can follow you on social media, and I think you have something special for the people in a few
Yes. For Romeo Anthony on all forms of social media. Hey, join me, not only for the Royal Rumble watch along on Saturday, but tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern. We'll try to start. We'll be watching the best of the Royal Rumble, which is a collection of matches and the best matches in Royal Rumble history. We will spin the wheel, this wheel right here.
Make a deal.
Which has a lot of matches, I believe over 45 of them throughout.
Did you eliminate the ones that you did last year?
I don't think we did it last year.
You didn't do it last year? I'm pretty sure.
I think we started with Mania.
Oh man! Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that was the 24-hour stream.
I'm very much surprised. I'm very much surprised. We got Nikki Boy says these reviews are always fun. Thank you, sir. Appreciate
I want to know what the first match is going to be. So SP3, you tell me when to spin it and when to stop.
Spin.
It's spinning. Stop it. The first match we will watch.
Yo, that's not. I just got chills. That's the crazy. That is fucking crazy.
That's the match we went to.
That we talked about on multiple occasions.
Yes, we're going back to Philadelphia.
It's only right.
2018 Men's Royal Rumble match.
Right. It's only right. That's a great way to end this.
Rigged. Romeo rigged the wheel.
He definitely rigged it, folks. Let's fucking go. Yes, Chase. We got Nikki Boy says, wow, that's awesome. And McMahon restoring the feeling. Yes. But yes, join us live here tonight, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Romeo will be here for our best of Royal Rumble watch party. Plenty of folks will be joining us. Maybe chilling with Chase. He was in the chat. Maybe he'll join us on screen for that. Watch along with that. Also, there'll be some SmackDown on while you're watching some Royal Rumble, so you can watch that as well. But we got plenty of great content for you to watch on the channel right now, like our top 20 best matches of 2023. Quite the list. I think over 5 or 6 promotions represented in our top 20 matches of 2023. So go over and check that out. Also, you got AE Ramble from yesterday talking about the Minoru Suzuki Adam Copeland battle with me and Jimmy Macaram, as well as that breaking news of the Vince McMahon allegations. Speaking of which, 11:05 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow. Join us live here on the True Hill Heat flagship podcast. Myself, Miss Chrissy Love, True Jaw Josh will be talking about the crazy week in professional wrestling with the Vince McMahon allegations involving Brock Lesnar, apparently, The Rock on the TKO board, the WWE Raw going to Netflix, and of course, final predictions for the Royal Rumble. And then we got the watch party, 8 p.m. Eastern Time on Saturday. So the Royal Rumble weekend has started, ladies and gentlemen. Drop the thumbs up on this video. Share it with your friends. If you're watching on demand, comment down below. Let us know who you think is going to win the men's and women's Royal Rumble matches. For Romeo, it is me, your True Hill Phenom SP3. This has been our WWE Royal Rumble 2024 preview. We are signing off until next time.